Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. Yes, I am the Lone Ranger. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. We've covered a lot this afternoon, but I've got more to cover. And one of the things I do want to cover is the future of down payment assistance in the area. For those of you that may be a little short of cash, but you'd really like to buy a home, and you've just been sitting on the sidelines because you just don't feel like you have enough money to put your 20% down, or maybe you don't even have enough to put your 3.5% down. Well, we have Hometown Heroes, which is one of my all-time favorite down payment assistance programs, coming back. It should be back in June or July. The federal government will fund the state, and you will be able to make up to $144,750 per year. Now, listen, here's what you have to understand about most down payment assistance programs. Matter of fact, all down payment assistance programs, they all come with income limits for the reason that we don't want people that make a lot of money to be able to get down payment assistance. It's set aside for those that are on low income. And most down payment assistance programs will limit the amount of money to a maximum of about $65,000 or $70,000 a year in total income. Now, you and I both know to make $65,000 to $70,000 a year is very difficult to buy a home, even at the average price of about $390,000 in this market. So it's a very little money. So it's almost like they're giving you down payment assistance money, but there's no way you could use it because you couldn't find a house, or you would make too much money to qualify for the down payment assistance. Well, Hometown Heroes solves a lot of those problems. Now, you can get up to 5% of the loan amount towards your down payment and closing costs. That's pretty sizable. This is funded through the Florida Bond Program. The Loan Arranger's got all these programs available. And listen, here's another thing. This program even allows you to have a non-occupying cosigner if you didn't qualify on your own for income, but you had a parent or a sibling that may not be moving in the home with you, but was willing to sign to show that your income levels are within guidelines. You can do that with this program. Other down payment assistance programs like City Orlando, Orange County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Polk, Osceola, those do not allow that. You either are living in the home and on the loan, or you're not. Well, Hometown Heroes gives you a lot more flexibility. It also allows you to, you have to be a first-time home buyer, which means you cannot have owned a primary residence within the last 3 years. Now, think about that, folks. What if you were divorced and been living on your own, but you're still on the mortgage with your ex, but you've been living on your own for the last 3 years out of the property that that you are on the mortgage or on the deed to? Well, you still qualify. On other down payment assistance programs, you do not. You cannot even own a lot in Hoboken or anywhere else for that matter. If you are on deed to any real estate, you don't qualify for down payment assistance till you're off of that for 3 years. Well, Hometown Heroes isn't that way. As long as it's not a primary residence, you're good to go. So if you have questions about any down payment assistance program anywhere in the state of Florida, or you're seeking some help with that, then all you have to do is reach out to me and my team. We are experts on it, and we can walk you through the process, make sure you're qualified okay before we go out looking for a home. And then I can connect you with one of my real estate agents that will give you a rebate back of part of their commission. How do you like that? It's a win-win all the way around. So you get down payment assistance and you get a rebate from the real estate agent. Call the Loan Arranger now in Tampa at 813-213-4009. Again, that's 813-213-4009, or go to webringyouhome.com. Get your application started right now. Now, listen, I give you guys my website so that it's an easy opportunity for you to get your loan application made. And so I can look at your situation, get your soft credit pull made, run income limits, find out what you qualify, determine which program is best for you. But in all reality, I am very old fashioned about that. I would prefer that we take the application over the phone by hand. I prefer that we do that on a Zoom call. That way we can get to know each other. I know really what you're all about. I know what your needs are. I know what your family needs are. It's important. Now, most mortgage companies could care less about that. They could really care less. They just want to close a loan. Well, I'm a little different when it comes to that. I want to make sure that I'm accommodating not only you and your family's needs, but your future needs. You see, a lot of people get into mortgages and they don't realize that it might have tied them into something that they can't get out of. And I don't mean tied into buying a home. You should buy a home. Everybody should own a home. It's horrible that you don't own a home. If you're a renter, there's no such thing as a rich renter. It's absolutely horrible. And you know it. You don't need me to tell you. You know that you need to make the change. And you know that you're the only one in your way. No one else is in your way. And we can blame your credit. And you can blame your ex-wife. And you can blame your ex-girlfriend. And you can blame everybody else. But at the end of the day, it's you that's keeping you from moving forward. It's only you. Now, if you're willing to make that change and you are serious about it, then I would like to be the one to help you do it, because I've helped many, many people before you, many, many people, but you owe it to yourself to make that change. I mean, come on, we're almost halfway through the year. You could have made this year the year you own a home. And if you're afraid, or you think, well, I want to wait for interest rates to drop, well, here's what's going to happen when interest rates do drop, because they probably will drop eventually. So why wouldn't you just wait? Here's why. As interest rates drop, home prices go up. As interest rates go up, home prices become more affordable. Sellers are willing to work deals. Sellers are willing to pay closing costs. Sellers are willing to make repairs. Sellers are willing to put a new roof on. Sellers are willing to do rate buy downs for you. But as interest rates drop, more buyers enter the market, which puts sellers back in control, and they don't have to do anything for you. They'll have 15 buyers lined up. When interest rates drop to 5.5%, you first time home buyers won't have an opportunity, because investors are going to move in and buy those properties right out from under you, right out from under you. So don't wait. Let's get the process started now. It's simple and easy. We'll start with a soft credit pull. I won't do a hard credit pull till we're ready to get a full approval. If you're FHA, I'm going to tell you right now, a soft credit pull probably won't work as well for you, but we can get started with the soft credit pull. You just can't get a rock solid approval on an FHA loan. FHA HUD does not allow for a full underwritten approval with a soft credit pull up front. So I can do that on conventional. I can do it on VA. We can even do it on USDA, but you can't do it on FHA. And FHA is a very common and popular program for first-time home buyers. My name is Bruce Woodburn. They call me the Loan Arranger. I've been doing this for 35 years. Listen, I am a very simple guy. I am not complicated. Everything I do is as simple as it can possibly be. I want you to do the same thing. Don't make things complicated for me. Don't make things complicated for you. Keep them simple. Let's keep them really simple. Okay. So listen, here's what I want you to do. If it's you, or if it's somebody you want, that really should be purchasing a home, maybe they're just a little bit of afraid. Maybe they're afraid of being rejected. Maybe they're afraid that their credit's not good enough. Maybe they're afraid they don't have enough cash to close. You know what? So what? And if they don't qualify to buy a home today, so what? It's okay. If they follow my path, I'll have them into a home. Most of you, I could have into a home by the end of this year. By Christmas time, you could be in your own home. Even if your credit needs help, let's work on it right now. You're not going to get pressure. I have a system. We do credit repair. We help you. Now, listen, I'm telling you, don't delay on this, because when interest rates do drop, you're going to have a lot less opportunity. Just go to my website, finish a quick application. It's a short questionnaire, take you about 10, 15 minutes. Finish the application. Go to webringyouhome.com and get that done. And then let's get you into a home. All right. Quit screwing around. Quit dilly down. Quit making excuses for yourself. And listen, if you've got a family member that really should buy, and maybe they're an adult child or grandchild, and you expect that someday when you retire or you go to see the Lord, you're going to be leaving them money. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do with your money. They're going to take your hard-earned savings and they're going to buy a Boston Whaler, a Harley Davidson, a George Foreman grill, and an 80-inch screen TV. Okay. That's the first thing they're going to get. They're going to piss your money away. They're not going to be responsible with your money like you were. So you can force that responsibility and help change the trajectory of their life because they're not used to being responsible. They'll never be responsible because they have never had to be responsible. But if you give your inheritance to them early, you can control how that's used. Once you're dead, you have no control over it unless your trust dictates what they can do with it. And you and I both know you're not going to set your trust up like that. You should, but you won't. So let's give them money, but it only goes toward a home. So here's what you do. Okay, listen, little Johnny, you're 30 years old. You should have bought a home years ago, but you didn't. I'm going to give you $20,000. We'll just say 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 10,000. You name the number. I'm going to give it to you, but it has to go toward a house. Well, grandpa, or well, mom and dad, I don't think my credit's good enough. I don't have enough income to do it right now. You will get the money, but it only goes toward a down payment and closing costs on a house. So you fix your credit problems. You get them over to Loan Arranger. The Loan Arranger will tell you what to do. We fix the credit problems because they're sitting and they're looking at this money that they can never get unless it goes toward a house. Now, when you go to a house and you are giving them the money, what would that prohibit them in the future after you may be dead and gone to um to refinance and pull money out and then become irresponsible again? Well, we can put you on the deed to the home so that they cannot get any kind of second mortgages or pull money out of it without you knowing it and giving permission to do it. It's a way to protect your inheritance that you're going to pass on. Do the responsible thing, but don't wait till you're dead to leave it up to their devices to spend your money because they won't do a good job on it. Put your kids in front of me. Get them in my class. Matter of fact, I'm teaching a class in Tampa. I'm changing locations, but it will be in Tampa. I'm looking at maybe a couple locations in Ybor City right now. But this class is going to be how to invest in real estate the way the pros do it. I'm going to teach you how investors and wholesalers do it. I'm going to teach you what I did. I'm going to teach you the mistakes I made, the successes I had, how to pick tenants, how to pick the right properties, which properties you don't put in your portfolio, how to do it so you can accumulate wealth. Now, if you're in your 20s and you don't do this, this would be the biggest financial mistake you've ever made. I'm just telling you right now, because I can take somebody that will never become a millionaire based on their current salaries, but I can show them how to be a millionaire and end the game as a millionaire. And you will absolutely win at this game. And it's a way to accumulate real estate over your life. It's not a get rich quick. You're not going to pay me $2,500 for me to mentor you. You're not going to pay big money to get in my class. It's $25 per head, $30 per couple. That just covers the room and the food. That's all it does. But don't come for the food and don't bring your kids with you. This is a learning environment. We're going to dive deep and you're going to take notes and you're going to leave out of there feeling like now you know the proper way to purchase, negotiate, find the right type of properties, manage properties, and accumulate wealth. And then you can show your kids how to do this. Many times I have adults come into this and they're like, oh my God, I got to get my kid into your class. Listen, I'm not a professional speaker. This is not one of these seminars where you go to these professional speakers and they're going to try to talk you into joining their club and paying them for all these systems that they've created that don't even work. No money down, get the seller to hold the finances. Yeah, good luck on that, you guys. Believe me, you got investors that do nothing but look for those. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Loan Arranger. I hope that I hear from one of you, each and every one of you that need my help, because I am here to help. 813-213-4009 is my phone number. That's a direct number. That again is 813-213-4009, or WeBringYouHome.com. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of this weekend. And thanks for tuning into the Lone Ranger Show. We'll see you next week. Back on Saturdays. Talk to you soon.